Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Listen, we are in dire need of donations to keep these shows running and available for you 24/7. So that means when you're in the car, it's available for you to listen to. Whether you're at work, streaming, playing a game, it's available for you to listen to. Rowing your deen and learning about the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful different topics of Islam. Listen, one of the heaviest deeds that could be placed on your scale on the day of judgment is Sadaqah Jariyah. Yes, I know I'm trying to build deeds daily. So you can too. So listen, feel free and please, from the bottom of your heart, donate to this wonderful cause, wonderful website and platform to continually push out shows that will benefit you and the Muslim Ummah. Yes, you can donate by going to the Sunnahfollowers.net website, pressing the donate tab. You can also scan the QR code in YouTube on the far left top of our videos that are streaming. Listen, guys, this is very important, and take this as important. We want to keep this programming available for you 24/7 so that you have access in your car, anywhere you choose to tune in to this wonderful programming. Yes, guys, it's all at your disposal. So listen, feel free to donate. Once again, remember, Sadaqah Jariyah, one of the heaviest deeds on your scale on the day of judgment. He was known as the Sword of Allah, one of the greatest generals in history, one of Islam's greatest heroes. His name, Khalid ibn al-Walid. Sunnahfollowers presents a new series presented by Ustad Mukhtar Shahid. Coming soon, so stay tuned. Streaming on all major platforms. Channel Sunnahfollowers. Sunnahfollowers presents a new upcoming class. Stay tuned. Sacred Bonds by Daryl Abdullah Kirk. Yes, Sacred Bonds, navigating the depths of Muslim matrimony and the family. You don't want to miss this one. Please stay tuned. Streaming on all major platforms right here on Sunnahfollowers.net. Living in this dunya, you're a believer, it's a prison. Living in this dunya, you're a believer, it's a prison. Living in this dunya, you're a believer, it's a prison.
Okay, Ina alhamdulillah, wa salat wa salam ala wa rasulullah. Assalamu alaikum, everybody. I'd like to welcome you all here to the Sunnahfollowers Kids program. And I know I'm a little bit late getting started. I had to set everything up, but thank you for your patience. And subhanAllah, we have a good class today for the kids. And I know the kids have begun school now. A lot of the kids are going to school, the public schools and all of that. I really hope that you as a parent, that you're sitting down with your children, reinforcing what I've been teaching them about how to maintain their Islamic identity. Because even though they're in school and they're surrounded by non-Muslims, they still have to maintain the identity of a Muslim. And that's kind of hard to do. In fact, that's very hard to do because a lot of these children, they're coming back to school with some bad behaviors that they've picked up over the summer. So you're going to have to talk to your children. And today we're going to speak about, again, how to maintain the virtues, that are admirable in the sight of Allah when we're around people who don't live by our guidelines. And let's see what kids we have with us today. MashaAllah, he was here from the beginning. Let's see, we got Asma and Najma. I see you guys are here. Assalamu alaikum. How are you two today?
We're good.
You started school?
Not yet.
Oh, when do you guys start school? Y'all start late, don't you?
On Tuesday.
Oh, so everybody's different. Yeah, okay. So you guys are ready for it, right? You're ready for it. Oh, there the baby is. I was going to say, oh my God, look how long her hair has gotten. MashaAllah, your hair is grown, and look at you starting to look like your mama now. SubhanAllah, MashaAllah. Well, I am so proud of you, and I'm pretty sure that you guys will implement all the Islamic values and morals when you guys start school, alhamdulillah. And also, who else we have with us? Here's Brother Corday. Corday, did you start school yet?
Yes.
Okay, and how's it going with you so far? Oh, so far it's good, mashallah. Well, alhamdulillah, I'm sure that you're going to incorporate your values in school too. That's Corday, guys. He's growing up, isn't he? I'm telling you, over the summer, all of y'all grown up, hair's grown longer, y'all getting taller. What you say, baby?
11.
Huh?
I'm 11 now.
Yeah.
I'm 11.
But you look like you're tall. Are you tall?
Yeah. I'm like 5'3". My dad is 5'9".
Oh my goodness. You're going to be playing some basketball?
I play basketball and soccer.
Oh, good. You might, that's good. Do good with the sports. So that way, not only will it keep you in shape physically, but it'll keep you in shape mentally too. And you might can get some scholarships too. It's all about a free way to college if you can get it. You know, because you're a man, you got to be able to get a good degree so you can take care of a family when you get older. Alhamdulillah. So that's Brother Corday. And as y'all can see, his brother Dearmani is here too. Assalamu alaikum, Dearmani. How you been doing?
Good.
That's good. That's good. You got a cold?
No, I'm just coughing.
Sound like you got asthma like me, huh?
No, I don't.
You don't? Awesome. Well, that's you lucky. That asthma. This is the asthma time of the year, guys, and the weather starts changing. For those of you kids who have asthma, make sure you keep your inhaler with you. Like me, I keep my inhaler on a desk next to me in case I need it, because you never know. And mashallah, look who else we have with us here. Sister Sabrina. She spent her summer in Burundi. Mashallah. Did school start for you yet? Oh, you haven't started yet either. Everybody is different. Subhanallah. Are you ready for it?
Yes.
What grade are you going to be in?
5th.
Y'all see that? 5th grade. 5th grade. See how time goes by so quickly. So subhanallah, make sure that you strive to be the best student in class. You want to be smarter than all of them. You want to stand out over all of them. You want to be the best at whatever you do. Don't ever let the non-believers excel above you, because you're too much like me. Alhamdulillah. Inshallah, Sabrina's going to take over this website when Layla's dead and gone. And look who else we got with us. There she is, Princess Amalia. Princess Amalia, how are you today? Oh, that's good. I like that thing in the background. You got a little speck of red to match your hijab, alhamdulillah, with a little blue there. Yeah, we got to be, us girls, we have to keep the color coordinated. How's your brother doing?
Good.
He's doing, your mother's doing fine too? Yeah, alhamdulillah. Yeah, there's my beautiful, beautiful Princess Amalia. And look who else woke up to join us with a star on her face. There's the Fresno crew. That's Fresno's baby. That's Fresno's grandbaby, Tahira. How are you, Tahira? Assalamu alaikum. How's your mom, too?
I'm good. My mom's good, too.
Why come your mom wasn't in class yesterday? We can talk about it. She was taking care of business with her, or taking care of your grandfather?
She said that she was in class.
She missed one of them because I was by myself with Dr. Assam. She wasn't in Dr. Asam's class. She wasn't in Sister Samad's class either. Make sure your mom come to class. You know, you're going to have to encourage her because, you know, the parents are kind of slow. You know, they need a little bit more encouragement. So make sure you remind her, say, Mom, don't forget you got Dr. Asam's class and you got Sister Samat every other Saturday, because Samat's class was really good. But mashallah, guys, look at Tahira looking like her grandma Fresno. Mashallah. And look at this. Here's my Shuaib. Assalamu alaikum, Shuaib. I was looking at a picture of you on my computer the other day. How you doing, and how's your uncle Yusef?
I'm doing good, and Yusef's doing good too.
When is Yusef gonna come on here so we can see how his teeth grew in? Is he?
Oh no.
What's he busy doing? Isn't Quran school over? Or is that all year round?
It's until he graduates.
Oh, so that's every day. May, that Quran school is all the time, huh? So y'all do Quran?
Yeah, it's every weekend.
Oh, and it's so oh God. So when we gonna get to see him then?
I don't know.
So they have to do that until they complete the whole Quran, huh?
Yeah.
So when are you starting Quran school?
I don't know.
You don't know? Yeah, well, tell Yusef we send our salams to him, and I want to see his teeth. I want to see if those teeth came in yet. Subhanallah. So, huh? Say what? Oh, okay. Yeah, so mashallah, guys, these are the kids that we have with us, joining us today for today's class, alhamdulillah. And tonight we're going to be covering, I think it's book number, the 12th chapter. Let me put the PowerPoint up on the screen so everybody can see. I think it's the 12th chapter of the book. Wait a minute, where is the book? I had the book open. Wait a minute, I must have closed it. Oh, it's chapter. Where did my book go? Hold on for a second, guys. I lose the book. Sister Layla. This is what happens when I'm rushing to do every single thing. Give me a second. I'm going to have to come on this computer to send it to that computer again. Hold on. Let me see what's going on. Desktop. PowerPoint. Wait a minute. I don't even know what I named it. It's called The Distractions. There, this is the chapter on the distractions of the world. Let me open it up on this computer, and then I'm going to save it to this computer here again. There it is. Now it popped up. Okay, here we go. I had to do that for some reason. The distractions of the world. Yeah, this is what we're going to talk about. And this is a good chapter for us since school is starting for everybody, you know, because now that school is starting, everybody can see it. There it is. Now that school is starting, you know, that's a distraction in and of itself. And when we talk about distraction, we're talking about a distraction from Allah. You guys have spent the summer. Alhamdulillah, the parents here had you guys active in Islamic activities all summer. You had the Muslim school, the school at the mosque. You have my classes. So you've been active, remembering Allah, learning about Allah, thinking about Allah. Now that school is starting, this will be a distraction away from Allah. But it's a good distraction, because Allah wants us to seek the knowledge of society, the knowledge of technology, so we can excel. So that's good that you're going to school to learn how to read, how to write, to learn science, to learn English and all of that. That's a good distraction. But even though that's a good distraction in and of itself, you're going to be surrounded by other bad distractions, such as the non-Muslim children and how they behave and how they act. You're going to see that their behavior, the way they speak, their actions contradict the way you're supposed to act. So we're going to speak about in this chapter, how to deal with those distractions, especially in education. And we have to remember that as Muslims, our way of life, Islam places a lot of significance on self-discipline. Our culture is Islam. It's all about having good behavior, being kind, being giving, not being profane. For example, you're going to go to school, you're going to see a lot of these kids are cursing, using bad language. This contradicts our culture, our way of life. As Muslims, we don't use profanity. We don't swear. We don't curse. We don't pick on people. We don't bully people. So this is going to be a challenge for all of you, because in our way of life, we are taught to protect our emotions, protect our physical being by not giving in to those emotions that can cause us to transgress the limits, and we end up in jail, or we end up in the principal's office. We got mad because somebody called us a name, so we just reacted by punching them in the face. They can call us whatever names they want to, long as they don't put their hands on you. If someone puts their hands on you, you have a right to defend yourself. But just because somebody called you a Muslim, or just because somebody called you a funny name, you just ignore them. So being a Muslim living in this world that we live in, we have to remember that Allah gives us our own set of standards to live by. We have to obey Allah first and foremost, do the deeds that He commanded us to do. And Allah commands us to turn away from ignorant, foolish people. I want you guys to remember that. Turn away from ignorant people. Don't allow ignorant, bad people to cause you to compromise your faith and engage in actions, that could get you in trouble. The only time we become violent is if somebody hits us, if somebody puts their hands on us, then that's a different thing. So that's an example. You guys are going to be faced with that now, going to school amongst the non-Muslims. And we have to always remember why we were created. We were created to worship Allah. And Allah is going to put us in situations to test us, to see if we truly believe in Him. He's going to put you in situations where you're going to be bullied, just to see what your reaction will be. If you're going to fall back upon the values that you've learned here from Sunnahfollowers. So that's why today we're going to focus in on education, the school systems. And I want you guys to remember, in Islam, the education of each and every one of us is very important. We are encouraged as Muslims to seek knowledge of our religion first and foremost, and then to seek knowledge of technology too, so that we can benefit in this world. We can provide for our families and such. Okay? So we're going to have to really, make, when we go to school, seeking the education is your priority. You're there to learn. You're not there to make friends with anyone. You're not there, to become popular. You're there just to get what you need, which is the information that will help you to better yourself. Because Allah tells us in the interpretation, the meaning, are those who have knowledge equal to those who do not? Here we can see in this verse, being knowledgeable is important. And that's why I was saying to Sister Sabrina here, Sabrina is very intelligent. I want her to be the best. Strive to be more intelligent than anyone. You want to be the smartest girl in class. Because as Allah says in this verse, those who have knowledge are not equal to those who don't. Not just knowledge of the religion, but knowledge of technology too. You want to stand out over everyone else. So you kids keep that in mind. You're going to school just to get the education. You're not going to school to make friends and be popular. Okay? And while public educational schools offer various academic opportunities, again, they're also going to be exposing you to challenges that's going to compromise your faith. Everybody's going to have a girlfriend. Oh, yeah. They got girlfriends in first grade, boyfriends in second grade. Yeah, and they're going to look at you like you're crazy because you don't have a girlfriend, because you don't have a boyfriend. You're going to have to ignore that and still hold true to your Muslim identity. Okay? So, not just that, you're going to see kids doing things like smoking cigarettes. You're going to see kids even doing drugs because they're doing it in the elementary schools. I used to be a substitute teacher. I ain't stupid. So, just because they're doing drugs, they have girlfriends. Just because they're disrespecting and talking back to the teacher, just because they're teasing other kids, don't indulge in that. Our way of life places great importance on protecting ourselves, saving our souls from the hellfire. Listen to what Allah says in the interpretation of the meaning. Oh, you who have believed, save yourselves and your families from a fire whose fuel is people and stones. We have to save ourselves from the hellfire. So don't give in to the peer pressure. Don't give in to what you see other kids doing. And all of this serves as a reminder to those of you, all of you, especially those of you who will be going to non-Muslim schools. But just because you're going to a non-Muslim school doesn't make it any better, because unfortunately the Muslim schools have the same type of issues too. But they're better. They're better than the Kafir schools, but you may be exposed to the same thing in those schools too. Okay? The best way to go is homeschool. I've always told you guys that, and that falls on your parents. The best thing for us to do is to homeschool our children, because that's the only way that they're completely protected from this type of stuff. Okay. So a lot of people ask the question, Sister Layla, is it haram for me to go to a public school? No. No. There's nothing in Islam that forbids our kids from going to the non-Muslim school. However, you as a parent need to be aware of the risk, and you need to share those risks with the children, the things I just spoke about, the sex, the drugs. Don't think that your baby is spared because he or she is in first grade. They got boyfriend, girlfriends, and having sex in the first grade. Don't get it twisted. Okay? Talk about these issues with your kids. Teach your kids that nobody has the right to touch them. Nobody. Not a teacher, not a student, no one. The Islamic schools offer an environment that can nurture you spiritually, but even with the Islamic schools, you have to explain to the kids, Sheikh so-and-so cannot touch you. Ustada so-and-so cannot touch you. Imam so-and-so cannot touch you. You have to let this be known no matter what type of school that your kids have, because even though the Islamic schools provide an atmosphere that's supposed to develop your Muslim identity, the Muslim schools here in America have taken on, many of them have taken on the identity of the Kafir schools. So you're not safe, again, unless you homeschool. Now, why is it that homeschooling is better? Well, first of all, the kids are not exposed to anyone except you. Okay? Homeschooling allows the parents to directly instill Islamic teachings, Islamic values and ethics into their kids' education. And also with homeschooling, your parents can tailor the curriculum to align with our belief system. And like I tell the parents here, we do have SFKids.org. SFKids.org. That is the homeschool program put together by Sheikh Kareem Abu Zaid. If you can afford SFKids.org, try to use that curriculum, that program, to school your children. Because again, homeschooling also personalizes the learning. And SFKids.org, Sheikh Kareem's program, not only will the kids get a great secular education from qualified, bona fide teachers, but also they'll learn about wal bara. They'll learn the seerah of the Prophet Muhammad, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. They'll learn about the hadiths. All the books that I am teaching in my 6 o'clock class for the adults, Sheikh Kareem Abu Zaid have the watered down version for the children. So I really recommend SFKids.org as a homeschool program. But I understand some of the parents looked into it and can't afford it because it's $400, somebody told me, that it's expensive. SubhanAllah, I didn't know it was that much. If you can't afford it, then look at other, those free homeschool programs like K through 12 or whatever, because at least the children are not exposed to all that corruption. But again, no matter which way you go, whether it's homeschool, whether it's a Muslim school, whether it's a secular school, the bottom line is the parents are going to have to be involved. And also sit down with the kids and let them know, what to expect. You want the children to be able to speak to you freely about what they experience in school. Don't be ashamed to talk about sex and drugs with your kids, because these kids know about it. All the kids here in my Sunnahfollowers group, they know about drugs. They know about sex because the other kids around them talk about it. So now let's give a quiz to see how well you guys understood this. And this is for my kids here. When you go to school, you're going to be exposed to many different books. Math books, science books, English books, history books, philosophy books. But the best book of all is the Quran. Who can tell me what is it that makes the Quran the best and most important book on earth? Brother Corday, let's hear your answer.
It explains the deen and what you should and should not do.
MashaAllah. That's one of the reasons why the Quran is the best book for you to learn from, because it's the words of Allah. And being the words of Allah, Allah is telling us what we should do, what we should not do, what to stay away from. Brother Shuaib, what's another reason why the Quran is the best book of all to learn on earth?
Because it has all the words of Allah inside the Quran.
Exactly. It's from Allah. And that's very important. I'm glad these children understand that. Because believe it or not, guys, there are some adults out there who do not understand that the Quran is the word of Allah. They think that the Quran is a creation of Allah. It's not a creation. These are Allah's words. He's talking to us. And he's telling us what's best for us. It's amazing how these children understand that. Remember, the children, their fitra is there. All it has to do is be nurtured. And these children here, their parents have nurtured their fitra. So the answers come easy for them. You won't hear none of these kids saying that the Quran is a creation of Allah. No, do you hear what they're saying? It's the word of Allah. It's Allah talking to us. Good job. Any other answers as to why the Quran is the best book on earth? Any other answers? MashaAllah. Let's look at the next question. Why is homeschooling better than public school? What makes homeschooling better than public schooling? Anyone? Some of you are being homeschooled. What makes homeschooling better than public school? Go ahead, Amalia.
It's Asma and Najma.
Okay, yeah, but because I can't see who's okay. Let's call on them for me. Asma, Najma, go ahead, baby. I can't see nobody's hand on here.
It's because you won't be exposed to bad behavior like public schools, including Islamic schools.
That's good. Tell me, have you been homeschooled before?
No.
No.
I go to public schools.
But you know the benefits of it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah. Exactly, guys. You know. Okay, the kid here on YouTube said, can you repeat your answer? He did not hear.
I said that homeschooling is better than public schools because you won't be exposed to bad behavior.
You hear that? You understand? Yes. Yeah, because you're at home. Like she said, you're at home. You're in the safety of your house, so you're not exposed to bad behavior. You don't have to worry about people throwing spitballs at you. You don't have to worry about kids calling you out your name. You don't have to worry about people kicking you at the lunchroom, taking money from you, bullying you. Because
your parents are there to protect you.
Exactly. You understand now, sweetie? Because your parents are there. He said that makes sense. He wants to be homeschooled. What is this? He said, I want to be homeschooled because they bully me every day. I don't want to go back to school. I get bullied every day. That's sad. And this is something that you parents need to consider. You know, a lot of the kids are getting bullied. Have you told your parents about it? Talk to your parents. Let your parents know that you're being bullied at school. Ask your parents, can you homeschool? There's a lot of homeschool programs out there that are free. That's why I'm saying, as we're parents, we're working to try to provide a better life for our children. But we need to talk to our children to see what's going on with him. This poor baby here, he's afraid. He said he starts school next week and he's afraid because he's going to get bullied. Talk to your parents. Let your parents know what's going on with you, sweetheart. Okay. What's another reason as to why homeschooling is better than public school? Go ahead, Amalia.
Homeschooling is better because you have going to public school, you can get bullied and stuff, and
Exactly. Same reason. You don't want to be subjected to that nonsense. Amelia, you got an answer too, Amelia?
Because you could be safe.
Exactly. Do you parents hear this? What are all the children saying? And this is a sign as to what's happening. All the kids here are saying safe, safe, safe. All the kids here are saying bully, bully. This is showing you parents, telling you parents what the kids are experiencing. We have to listen to our children. The children want to be safe. They want to be in a safe environment. Our children are not safe. They don't feel safe. They don't feel secure in the public schools. How many of us as parents are listening to our children? We're too busy listening to those dollar bills. You want the public schools to babysit your children. When the public schools ain't got time for that either. They just sit there, come in, follow the syllabus, ignore what's going on, and walk out and get a paycheck too. They all about the paycheck too. Listen to your children, every child, and that's one of the rights. One of the rights that our children have over us is to feel safe. These are babies here saying that they want to be safe. My Muslim kids here are safe because even the ones that have to go to public school, their parents are involved. But can we all say that? All right. Okay. So, mashallah, this is the court day. You got an answer? Go ahead.
You don't have to worry about getting beat up.
Y'all see that? All these kids got the same answer. Why is homeschooling better? I'm safe. I don't have to worry about being beat up. I don't have to worry about being teased. I don't have to worry about people hurting me. I hope you parents are listening to this. Go ahead, Tahira.
You don't have to worry about eating their food. You could just eat at home.
Exactly, their food. You don't have to worry about their food. You can't eat it because it's pork day. You don't have to worry about, oh, they serving pork. How hungry you are. But you can't eat the food because, it's not appropriate for us. Good job, Tahira. Go ahead, Sabrina.
You don't have to worry about people coming up to you every single time and asking you, why do you wear hijab? And do you take a shower with your hijab? Do you work with your hijab? Do you always have it on every time?
Exactly. Y'all hear these kids? Why is homeschooling better than public schools? You don't have to worry about kids in your face asking you, do you take a bath with that thing on your head? Do you sleep with that thing on your head? Do you ever take that thing off your hair? Do you have any hair? Do you comb your hair? Are you a nun? Same questions I used to get asked all the time. Homeschooling is better, but how many of us parents are listening to our children? We're putting our kids in the Kafir schools. Why? I don't understand it. They didn't have homeschooling when I was growing up in the 60s. They didn't have no other type of schooling except public schooling. And if you missed so many days, they would send the truant officers. Oh, yeah. These truant officers would come banging at the door to put your mom in jail because you weren't in public school. That's how it was for me when I grew up in the 60s and the 70s. But now, and I was the only Muslim, I had no alternative. I had to sit there and be subjected to that. But what is the excuse for you parents to subject your children to this today when you can homeschool them? You got SFKids.org. If you can't afford SFKids.org, then they got about 1,000 different K through 12 programs that are free. Parents, wake up. Take your kids out of these schools. Even the non-Muslims, are not putting their kids in public schools. Even the non-Muslims are homeschooling their kids. Even the Catholics are homeschooling their kids because they know what happens in the Catholic schools. Wake up, Muslims. The children are trying to tell you something. Listen to them. All right, subhanallah, subhanallah. So now what we're going to do for this class is move on to the second part, which is the hadiths. And these are the 55 hadiths on Islamic behavior and discipline, taken from the book written by Sheikh Muhammad Saeed Atlee. You can go to atleeonline.com and purchase this book. And tonight we'll be covering hadith number 47, which speaks about the importance of guarding our tongue. Let's take a look at it. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, whoever can guarantee the chastity of what is between his two jawbones and what is between his two legs, I can guarantee paradise for him. What does this mean? The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is telling us in this hadith that the number 2 reasons as to why a lot of Muslims are going to end up in hell is because, number 1, they couldn't control their tongue. They said things that they shouldn't say. And number 2, they couldn't control their private parts. You know, boyfriend, girlfriends. The kids are seeing this in first grade. So here the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is telling us, for those of us who don't do what the norm does, when you kids go to school, when you kids leave your home, you're going to be surrounded by people who have boyfriends, girlfriends. They're doing all kind of haram things. The girls are wearing shorts, showing their private parts. The girls are walking, trying to look like Cardi B and Nicki Minaj. Everybody wants to be a Beyonce, so they look like little prostitutes. Well, here the Prophet is saying, for those of us who avoid that behavior, if you are not one of those women or men who are doing sex, you're protecting your private parts. You're protecting your chastity, your modesty. That's a sign that you can be one of the people of paradise. And also what he's saying in this hadith is, the second reason why a lot of people are going to be in hell is because they were too busy gossiping, backbiting, cursing, bullying people with their tongues, calling people names. So he's saying here, if you live your life without abusing people with your tongue, he can guarantee that you will be a person of paradise. These are the 2 sins that we find it hardest to stay away from. Sexual relations when we're not married, and talking crap with our mouth. The kids know what I'm saying. Don't ever think I'm being too harsh with the kids, because I'm not. These kids know more than you do about what goes on with that filth, because their kids are a reflection of the parents, and the parents are a bad reflection. So you don't want to be like the other kids. You don't want to be the boyfriend, girlfriend looker. You don't want to be the girl hooker. You don't want to be a Cardi B. It ain't about being no Kardashian. You don't want to go out the house showing your derriere. You don't want to go out the house showing your breasts, your chest, your hair. You got to put that hijab on. Be modest. Wear a bias like Sabrina wears. Wear a bias to cover your body, to cover your shape. Should no one know how big your behind is? Should no one know how long your hair is? It ain't nobody's business whether you sleep with your hijab on or not. They need to concern themselves with their own self. And if they want to call you names because you don't have a boyfriend, you just do like Allah says, turn away from the ignorant people. I'm better than you. I don't need a boyfriend. I don't need a girlfriend because I got Allah. And when I'm ready, I'll get married. Those people that talk about you because you don't have a girlfriend and boyfriend, they'll never get married. They'll have a bunch of children with different daddies, different mamas, and never get married because nobody's going to ever want them because they're not good enough for marriage. You're better than that. You will get married. I don't have a boyfriend. I don't have a girlfriend, but I can guarantee you this. I'll have a husband, and my children will all have the same father, and my children will know who their father is. Turn away from the ignorant people. So, what do you guys think about that hadith? What do y'all think about that hadith? Let's hear from the kids here. What do you think of that hadith, Tahira?
It saves you like from other people.
MashaAllah, it saves you from other people. Good job. Go ahead, Asma and Najma. What do y'all think about that hadith?
I think it's a very good hadith to learn from and learn lessons from.
Exactly. And it'll keep you rooted. It'll keep you in remembrance of what your purpose is, won't it? It's something that we can think about when the other kids try to make fun of you because you don't have a boyfriend. Or they try to make fun of you because you dressed up with clothing on and you're not naked like they are. You can look at them and say, well, at least I won't be in hell. Hell is hotter than here. You want to know, am I hot in my clothes? You should be asking yourself, how hot is the hellfire? Because I won't be in hell, but you will. Anybody else? What do you think of this hadith? Go ahead, Asma Najma. Go ahead. Go ahead. What happened to their mic? Can't hear. Dear Monty, you got something to say? What do you think of that hadith?
I don't know.
You ain't got no girlfriends, do you?
No, but I do like some.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. We're not LGBTQ either, are we, dear Monty?
No.
That's right. We don't have boyfriends. We don't have girlfriends, but that don't mean we don't like the opposite sex. Y'all see how these children are intelligent? And that's what he tell people. No, I ain't got no girlfriend, but that don't mean I don't like girls. Don't get it twisted. I ain't LGBTQ. And I ain't got to prove that I'm not LGBTQ either by doing what you do and by getting one. I like that answer, dear Monty. Anyone else? See, we can learn a lot as parents from our children if we sit down and talk to them. Because we'll find as parents that the children are a little bit more educated than us about the worldly things. But do they have the combat like Dear Monty had? Dear Monty already got his combat. They try to call him gay because he ain't got a girlfriend. He gonna let him know. Now, I ain't got no girlfriend, but that don't mean I don't like him. Hello, bounce, get out of my face. And that's why I'm telling you, parents, it's very important to have all of our kids trained in self-defense. You guys know I've always told you guys that. All the Muslim kids should be taking taekwondo or karate classes so they would know how to defend themselves in case somebody does try to put their hands on them. We know to turn away from ignorant people. We're not going to sit here. You can call me all the names you want to. I'm not going to, give you a response. But if you put your hands on me, that's something different. I'm going to take you out.
My mom said that I'll probably join self-defense after my basketball, probably.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Get you some self-defense classes. Take some taekwondo. It's pretty good. I had all my kids and grandkids, and my daughter went all the way to a red belt in taekwondo. Jayla and them are all black belts in it. Take some taekwondo. Can defend yourself. Plus, it gives you the confidence to turn away. The kids have to have that confidence to turn away from ignorant people. If they know that they can defend themselves and protect themselves, they'll look at you and say, oh, that person ain't nobody to listen to, and keep it moving. All right. So, subhanAllah, this was a good class to help prepare everyone here for what's to come with our, let me fix my computer, to help prepare all of us as to what's to come when school is starting up, for those of you who haven't started. And again, as a reinforcement to those of you who are in school, remember, guys, Allah, we were created to worship Allah. Don't allow this world to distract you from that. Don't allow the things of this world to take you away from that remembrance. You're getting ready to start school. You go to school, you're there for one reason, and that's to get the education, to get the knowledge. You ain't there to find friends. You ain't there to make friends. You ain't there for no girlfriend, no boyfriend. You ain't there for no party. It ain't about no drugs. It ain't about no sex. It's all about, I just need the knowledge so it can help me to grow and be better than these non-Muslims. All right. I want to thank everybody for joining, and I want to remind all the kids, don't forget that tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have Mukhtar. Mukhtar is going to be doing the story of Khalid bin Walid, a great hero, a great role model for all of you. All right. So I want to thank the parents, too, for listening. Talk to your children. You see, the children want to feel safe. The children want to feel protected. That's your job to give them that. So you might want to consider homeschooling. All right. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Assalamu alaikum, everybody.
Bye.
Walaikum salam.